Hey everyone, I'm Theron King T. Washington, creative mind scrambler. Today I'm going to show you how to create a lead magnet. Now I created these 6 easy steps for you to follow, so make sure you have your pen and pad ready to take down these notes. And I'm going to go through it, and afterwards, after I finish the video, jump right into it. I'm going to show you, so I'm going to take you to my whiteboard, which I highly recommend. If you're someone who's teaching, I highly recommend using, I'm on Zoom, so using Zoom whiteboards, man, really good to have. For one, it makes it easier for me to get my lesson in. For two, it gives them a visual, so it makes it easier for your students to comprehend. So let's go through my 6 easy steps here, 6 easy steps to creating a lead magnet. Step number 1, decide on the type of person you want to attract. So who do you want to attract? So let's say in this one, we're going to do divorced women. So let's say we want to attract divorced women. That's what we want to coach, teach, mentor, whatever it is. But we want to attract divorced women who, let's say they've been divorced for maybe 1 to 2 years. And let's say the age range is from maybe 30 to 45. So divorced women, they've been divorced for 1 to 2 years, and the age range is from 30 to 45. Now, it's not to say that just because you make it that specific, that other women outside of those specifics won't, want to learn from you or want to buy your products or services. They will, so don't worry about that. The thing is, when you're creating content, you need to be specific. Because when you're creating content, you need to know who you're talking to so you can put it in words and put it out there so people can go, oh, they're talking about me. And if you're talking outside those specifics, they go, well, what about me? I mean, I'm 60, but I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a couple of years. What about me? And they look you up. Or, they can be in their 20s. They can be anywhere outside of that age range. Or let's say they were divorced for a few months and they want to get back out there. Or let's say they've been divorced for 5 or 10 years and they're ready to get back out there. Don't worry about being specific. You need to be specific so that your ideal person can go, they're talking to me. All right, so step number 2, choose the problem. Here we go. Choose the problem that you want to help them with. So our divorced woman of 1 to 2 years between the age of 30 and 45, their problem is that they're overweight. They're overweight. Let's say they would say, let me make this a little bit bigger. They're 30 pounds overweight. So they want to lose 30 pounds. Let's say they want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Okay. That's the problem. The problem is I'm overweight. I have 30 pounds I want to lose. It's tough for me to get off, and I want to lose it fast. Next step. Step number 3. Speak to their pain point. So their problem is they're overweight. They want to lose 30 pounds and they want to lose it fast. That's the problem they're dealing with, and they can't do it. Maybe they try. A lot of people try, but they keep failing at that. But their pain, that's what you really want to speak to. So the pain that comes from the problem that they're experiencing now is, let's say, for this person, they want to get back out there and date, right? So what they think is, in their mind, they think, well, because I'm overweight, I'm 30 pounds, I can't get these 30 pounds off, men won't find me attractive. And I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. So you could be speaking to either men and women. So even some men will see this and go, well, you can do it for women. What about me? Don't worry about being specific. Be specific anyway, right? But don't worry about that. You're going to get people outside of those specifics, right? So once again, the problem is overweight, need to lose 30 pounds and fast. But their pain, you really want to create content, whether video, audio, written. You want to create content that's going to speak to their frustrations, their disappointment. Because when you speak to that, so for instance, I have a nail in my shoe. I'm walking around, boom, a nail sticks through my shoe. You're talking to me about making $10,000. I don't care about making $10,000 when a nail just went through my shoe. What do I care about? The pain that I'm going through with that nail sticking in my foot through my shoe. So no matter what you're saying to me, I'm focusing on getting that nail out of my shoe. And that's all. That's the whole thing about speaking to their pain point. You're speaking about their problem, how you can help them to rectify or reduce their problem. but you're really speaking to the pain that they're going through, the frustration and the disappointment. All right. So you have a woman who's in her between 30 and 40. She's been divorced for 1 to 2 years. Her problem is she's overweight. She wants to lose 30 pounds and she wants to lose it fast. And her pain is she feels as though the way she looks now, she's going to be unattractive to men and she's going to be all alone. So there's an article, a Listerine article from the 1920s, 1930s. I didn't even know Listerine was that old. And they were trying to promote their product. And the pain point that they were touching on at the time was bad breath. Well, for some reason, people just wasn't going for it. Bad breath, I could just take a stick of gum, chew it, and my bad breath is cured. I guess, I don't know if that's how it was, but they just couldn't move their product with attaching the product to that pain point, rectifying that pain point. So that's also important. Is the pain that they're experiencing, is it strong enough? Is it powerful enough for them to say, yes, I want your solution? So what they did was someone came up with the idea of, and actually here's an article. I'll bring the article for you. I'll share the article with you. So what they did was someone said, well, let's find out a way to make the pain point sound like it's like this new thing that people could have. And if they have it, bad things can happen to them. So they found the word halitosis, which is, it's a two words combined, a Latin and a Greek word combined. Halitosis, that stands for bad breath. And see, in big bold print, that says halitosis makes you unpopular. Nobody wants to be unpopular. So they show a picture, which is also another great way of them promoting their product, which is that visual, right? That whole visual thing. They show a woman in the embrace of this guy, maybe the man of her dreams. She's happy, smiling. Life is great. Show the picture of this other woman. She's sitting alone, sad, frustrated, disappointed, depressed, whatever. She's just sitting there like, woe is me, unpopular. Nobody wants me. She's alone. Nobody wants to be alone. So they directed all their attention. They directed the public, their marketplace, their customers' attention to the fact that if you have halitosis, you're going to end up alone and unwanted. And the only way to rectify that problem, the only way to actually, not just the only way to get rid of bad breath, the only way that you can actually be with someone, happily be with someone, and to never be alone is take Listerine so it can get rid of halitosis. And even dentists at that time started using that phrase, yes, halitosis. So it was something that was really like, it was backed by scientific, suggestion or whatever. Yeah, halitosis, get rid of halitosis, bad breath, you can be alone. I bet at that time people were going, that's when people start going, is my breath bad? Is my breath bad? I bet that's when it would start happening. But anyway, because Listerine directed the attention to the fact that having halitosis, not bad breath, but having halitosis is a way for you it's going to make you someone who is all alone, unwanted. That scared a lot of people because their sales skyrocketed after that point. So speaking directly to their pain point is extremely important. If you want to move sales, speak to people's pain. Put the emphasis on people's pain point. Talk about the problem and the solution for the problem, but mainly talk about how you can help them get rid of that pain. All right, so let's go down to step number 4. Step number 4, collect lots of information on the topic to store in a Google Doc. So gather as much information as you possibly can. There's so many different sources we have out here that will give you the right information. This is what I recommend. Don't just take the information from your head. Hey, I came up with some ideas on how to actually do this thing, and I'm going to put all my ideas on paper. If you're not known for what you do, if you're not some name who is well known in the niche that you're in, then people are really not going to pay much attention to you, if any. but they do pay attention to, now, all the influencers, the top coaches and mentors, they all give reference to other people who are well known, especially other people who are more well known than they are on a certain topic or in a certain subject. That is one of the keys. Get information. I mean, you also want to, put your own stuff in there as well, but you want to also get information and speak to what other well-known people have said about that certain topic. So gather as much information as you can. I get mine from YouTube. I go to Google. I read books. I have conversations with people. Like, I'll have groups and I'll talk with people. We'll have little discussion sessions. So I get as much information as I possibly can. I gather it all, put it in a Google Doc, and then I take my time and I go through it. You don't want to rush it. Take your time, go through it, pick out some key points that takes us to the next step. Step 5, curate the information that's essential to getting the result. What you don't want to do is just put a bunch of information out there that sounds good. Oh, this sounds good. It's good information, but it's not information. Just good sounding information is not information that's going to get people to go, here, I'll buy something from you. Having information that people go, oh my God, I can do that, and they do it and actually get a result from doing the thing that you're saying, that's how you get people to go, okay, I got to study this person more closely. Now, even though you are giving them some information, they're taking the steps that you are advising in your information, they're getting a result from the information that you led them with from point A to point B, D, whatever it is. They're excited. They're like, oh my God, this was great. Don't try to sell them right away just because you did that. You want to think about this. Think of it as you're dropping breadcrumbs along a trail to the main thing, to the main course. So you give them a lead magnet. They do whatever it is, the task, the steps that are in there. They get the result. Give them some kind of link to take them to something else. Oh, you got that? Good. Now click this link, and then here's another piece of, whatever it is, something that can help you to go further in what you're trying to accomplish. Have a product ready at the end. It's like having the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Have the product ready, but feed them breadcrumbs along the way. So when they get to that pot of gold that you have waiting for them, boom, they're ready. They're ready and waiting. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to try to sell them. They're asking you, what can I buy from you? All right. So curate the information, only the information that's going to take them from A to wherever they need to get to in order to achieve that result. All right. You don't need it. No, don't write a book. Don't give them a ton of information. Just one simple, easy result. Make it a result, but make it easy to obtain. And don't give them a bunch of, then you can do this, not all in one lead magnet. You want to create different lead magnets. Create several, right? Keep feeding them breadcrumbs. All right, now we go to step number 6. Step number 6, package the information in a way to deliver it to the people you created it for. So put it in a nice, neat package. So I use PDFs. I use PDFs and Flipbooks. PDFs and Flipbooks, which is I don't really like ebooks. I don't like that scrolling through an ebook. I don't know, just something about it just doesn't turn me on, doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me want to read it. I like flipping pages. So there's there's a program called Flipbooks that you can check out, and they show you how to create your own flipbook. It's awesome. It's great. So I love it. So anyway, put it in the package. Now, you can create a PDF inside of a Google Doc. It just doesn't look nice. Right? It's not, you can do it, but it's missing that professionalism that you want people to see. You want people to associate you with professionalism. So you can say, hey, here's a PDF from my Google Doc. And it's good information, right? It's not that it couldn't be beneficial, but things are just nicer when you put it in a better looking package. So I use Canva to make all of my PDFs. and to make my flip books, right? But there's a link inside of Canva that you can click that takes you actually to the actual flip book. They're not the same, right? They're not the same, but Canva will, they do have a way for you to connect their stuff into this flip book thing. Check it out, just go check it out. But anyway, and if you want, as a matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll put a link down below. So that could take you. Now, I'm not an affiliate of them, but hey, I'm here to help you. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this information. Hope you really got something out of it. And what I'm going to do next is, so I want you to look for my next video, and I'm going to teach you how to actually create an opt-in page. For those who don't know what an opt-in page is for, it gives you a way to exchange your free information for their contact information. Once you have their contact information, you create your email list, and that way, when you create email campaigns, you can, you'll have a way of contacting more people, getting more people turned on to you and what you can do for them, get them excited. But having an opt-in page is a necessary thing for you to do. It's the next step for you to do. You can just give away your lead magnets without getting their contact information. Just don't recommend it. You want to have a way to stay in contact with those people, because you're here to sell. I mean, you're here to sell your products, your services. You're here to make a good living for you and your family. So don't just give stuff away without getting something in return. All right. And I'm not talking about you have to get money all the time. Just getting people contact information is a great way of doing that. And I have some other things that'll be coming up as well that I'm going to be teaching you, as far as not just opt-in pages, but landing pages, sales pages, and how to create that whole thing, like how to create a whole entire funnel system so that you can set up your automation and it will just go day in and day out, 24/7, and you can just leave it, and you wake up in the morning, you got sales in your actual funnel. You're like, oh my God, I'm making money without actually doing anything. All right, people. So till next time, stay blessed. See you in the next video.